the delay in and I hope you can hear me okay. If you can hear me okay, I always and I will try and take your messages as they come through. We are joined by Jeannie Martin. Howdy. How are you doing,
wow.
Jeannie? Michelle Eisenberg. Hi, Colm.
Hi, Michelle.
Hi, how are you doing? Connie. Well, hi there. How are you doing, Connie? Natasha. So I can explain why we were a few minutes late.
Well, there was
afterwards. where this idea how this is no idea me knows that this is a huge leap in my technological. We should be live on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and LinkedIn at the same time.
The only one we're not live on is,
we are going to do that.
You have to do it yourself, I think,
from our phone, which we are about to do right now. Okay, so you guys are going to be here live, and yes, just so I can now try and get all of my social media platforms at the same time. Okay, amazing. So I'm going to put my phone here.
Or do you want me to hold it? Because there's actually a few comments that I've taken photos of that we might need. Hi!
No, that's not live yet.
It's not live, okay.
See, this is what normally happens. Press the...
Okay, do I press it?
Yeah, we should be live across everything. Okay,
hi.
So if... How are you doing?
Sorry.
So you guys were live on Instagram as well. And what we're seeing is we've got all the comments coming from the different platforms coming into us here. So Bernadette, for example, is waving on Facebook.
Hello from Iowa.
Stephen O'Connell says, hi there, folks.
Sorry.
Dublin is calling to be safe. Yes, that's right. So this is great. We've got all these comments coming from different platforms.
Amazing.
And then on Instagram as well.
Sorry, this is probably really boring for some people on here.
Speak for yourself.
No, because
no, I know.
Who wants to look at the side of your face?
Well, then let's leave it up here.
Okay, yeah.
If I leave this here, it should be coming in.
There we go. Here. That's fine.
Okay, so folks, there's no real, I mean, you know, we're not doing a gig tonight or anything, so it's always unusual to just pop on and just say hi to people. Jody, I just see there, caught my attention saying, please say hi to the kids at the Children's Hospital. Jody, if you're there at a hospital, if there's anyone listening, you know, you guys are I really hope everyone is keeping well. Absolute massive shout out to everyone who's there. I'm loving seeing where people are from. Again, Paula's tuning in from Portugal. Hope the weather is nice in Portugal.
Sorry,
we have been really spoiled. I'll see now. We've been really spoiled recently with the weather over here. So New York. I'll just take 2 minutes of giving people shout outs, and then I'll start talking about different things that we're going to be talking about, or give a bit of an introduction.
From Wolverhampton?
From Wolverhampton, Carol. Joy Williams. Hi, Laura and Colm. Joy to the world. How are you keeping? Great to have you with us, Joy.
Sarah from Minnesota.
Gwen from Las Vegas. Put it all on red. Gwen, put it all on red.
Anne from South Carolina.
And North Carolina. Find the flag, Katie. Kathy from Ohio. Sorry, this is going so quickly.
There's so many.
Brittany, can I get a shout out? How are you doing, Brittany? I'll see if I can even scroll back because they are
I
flying
know
through.
there's so
I mean,
many.
it's normally flying through it anyway on Facebook, but because we got so many different social media platforms now, it's extra flying through. Mike Shevlin, hi guys, from Chicago. Mike, how are you keeping? Mike has played an absolute blinder in the years gone by of getting us to perform at the Irish American Heritage Centre in Chicago, and we are delighted to be joining their face shortly. So, Mike, how are you keeping? Hope you're doing well. Kip Ray, from closed Disney World.
No.
Kip, if we flew over to Florida, would you open it up for us? Because I think we're needing a bit of Florida time at the minute.
Definitely.
Instead,
we've got our own little Disney World going on.
I know. I said it last week or 2 weeks ago when I was chatting to Emmett that he was kind of asking what we were getting up to at the minute with everything going on, and I said I think the real winner in all of this has absolutely been Disney Plus at the moment, because Disney Plus launched itself in Europe about 2 weeks ago. And I mean, it was always going to launch itself. It didn't just kind of jump on what was happening, but it launched itself about 2 weeks ago, and everyone is at home indoors.
Amazing.
It just couldn't have been better timing. I know we have I think we've done everything at the minute. I've seen everything. Alice Durrant, hi guys. Alice, how are you keeping?
My sister.
I know. I hope all's well in Manchester, Alice. Well, folks, just to give a bit of an introduction of what we're going to be doing and talking about this evening. As I said at the start, this is the first time we've ever done anything like this, of going live across various different platforms. And what we wanted to do at the minute, which I said 2 weeks ago as well, and we're trying to be as active as we can online. I know that's not normally in my instinct, really, to go online.
I think you're good. You're fast. You're like, you get half an hour and you manage to do lots in that time.
I don't know about that. But I know I constantly get told every time I show up to a gig that that I should be on social media more often. So I'm trying my best at the minute, because I know I'm totally aware of what's going on around the world. First and foremost, I hope everyone is keeping well and keeping safe, but also everyone is at home looking for things to do and to watch and to listen to. So to be as present as we can online. And with that in mind, one of the reasons for hosting the talk tonight is to discuss the upcoming virtual gigs that we're going to be doing on Facebook, which I really, really am excited about. We did it for the first time with the Pittsburgh Irish Festival. They very kindly invited us to perform in their Facebook page last week. 2 weeks ago. It's all merging into one already, but recently, and it was brilliant, and it was the feedback was great, that you guys seemed to enjoy it, and we had an absolute blast. And just because we can't be there in person doesn't mean that we can't perform to you. So what we thought we'd do is we reached out to a few friends of ours in Irish centres and Irish festivals, and they jumped on it straight away, and we're delighted to.
I just think it's a brilliant idea, because I mean, if you could go on, the fact you can go on tour in your own home is amazing.
And people can join us on tour from their own home as well. So yeah. So it's coming back to Chicago. Will you not come to wherever, what city? And just because we mentioned that city and state for that night doesn't mean we're only tuning into that city and that state. Okay, they are the people that have very kindly agreed to host us. So on the Facebook page or on the banner, if you have a look at it, it will show all of the different Facebook pages from which we'll be going live. But that is not to say we are only performing to those people. This is going to be open to anyone in any state or country around the world.
Anyone can just log on, basically.
And if we get technology going the way it will, it should be on my page as well. So it should be on my page. It should be on the Facebook page of the Irish Centre or Festival. And one of the reasons that I wanted to host this live chat as well was to have a bit of a trial run to see if I was able to launch it on multiple different. So if I'm able to get that as well, well, then hopefully it should be available on everything that you're watching right now. So wherever you're watching us from, be it on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram. You should be able to tune in for our show to do the same. Instagram, I'm not sure.
Okay. I mean, unless we could do the same thing.
We could do the same, but because, now I'm just thinking out loud here, if there's any technicians watching, they might be able to email us how to do this. We put all of our music through a mixing desk, and then that is going to be the audio for this. That won't be the case for Instagram. So I don't know if I'll be able to do Instagram, but if you know how I can do it, I'm all ears. Let's take one or two more shout outs.
Wow, Italy. Someone from Italy. Oh, Frida. Hi,
Frida from Glasgow. How are you doing, Frida?
I saw your egg rolling.
Natasha has a great question. Which Disney characters would you link the rest of Celtic members to? So is that a question, Natasha, of who would I see in Celtic Thunder, or who do I think, what Disney character is most similar? Oh, I don't know. That's well, I thought Emmett O'Hanlon playing Gaston was a perfect role. Emmett O'Hanlon, if you're watching, perfect role for you. I'm sure, and I said it to you, you were born to be a Gaston.
Is Gaston not like an evil?
No, he's the villain.
Emmett's the furthest thing from evil.
No, I'm not saying Emmett's evil. You know what I mean?
Oh, like Damien would be Tigger. That's nice.
Damien would be Tigger. Yeah. Okay.
Who's Olaf?
I don't know. You see, I'm afraid to offend people here now.
Anyway,
this is going to be
next question.
This is going to be in my thoughts all night.
Okay, why don't you have a think about it?
I'll have a think. I'll have a think about it. Keith will probably be Lightning McQueen.
Oh yes, very well suited.
Is that a good one?
Yeah. And then we've got another hello from Hamburg there.
From Hamburg. Wow. So what I wanted to talk, I mean, maybe I should put that question before I drop it out to you guys and see what characters do you think you would link us up with? Neil, George, Ryan, what Disney characters would they be?
Yeah.
Neil would be Olaf as he's goofy. Neil's Olaf. A lot of people say Neil is Olaf. That's brilliant. Landon says, Diolch, Smurgwich, Landon. Hope you're keeping up the Irish language. Claire Pettigrew, hello from Moncton, New Brunswick.
Hello from Hancock. Wow.
It's amazing how many people are tuning in around the world. So, yeah, we are, as you can probably see from our background, that we are still in Dublin. My parents haven't kicked us. I'm sure they're watching. So if you're watching,
Hi, Nana Dar.
Hi, Nana Dar, Papa John. Yeah, we are still here, and
oh, hi, Ailey.
It is it's we came over for that was no longer a pub store. The ferries were canceled, and we're still here. So it's you know what, we've had an absolute ball. I know we have. I you know, Mom and Dad might have a different answer to us, but no, we've had a ball, and what we've been doing each day, we've tried to and keep as much of a routine as we can, as much as you can.
Depending on how much Isla sleeps.
Yes, which is what you were going to say at the start.
We had a few very bad weeks of no sleep, and then that made our day start a bit later.
Well, Isla has probably would have heard me say this already, but Isla has a bit of a love-hate relationship with sleep.
She has got the stamina, can stay up all night long and is never tired.
Making me sound like some rock and roll party animal. Yeah, it's Isla doesn't sleep too well. But yeah, we've been trying. You know, we take the back of the bike. We got Oisin a bike as well. Mom's saying there, we love having you stay with us. Thanks, Mom. You kind of have to say that publicly. Yeah, so we have a bike for Oisin, and he's on his stabilizers. He loves the bike, loves the idea of the bike, loves putting his helmet on. He gets on the bike and has no interest. He wants to walk beside the bike. We're up in the park a lot. We've been trying to get our 10,000 steps in a day. You know, trying to bring the
Colm,
kids
Joel and Paul in their houses, they're all doing online insanity.
Well, again, it was recommended, you know, to keep up exercise where possible. So we've decided. I think it was when I was in Celtic Woman. A few of the crew members were talking about in Celtic Thunder. Then when I went there was people like Deck doing it as well. But because obviously you can't go to gyms or anything like that at the minute, we had the Insanity DVD, so we've been tuning in together. The four
I'm doing
of
it
us.
as well, but I do my own version.
Yeah, Insanity
slow
Light.
dancing.
And at noon we've been doing Insanity, so you know we try and keep as much of a rigid schedule. And I've been going. I've singing lessons 3 times a week on Skype. And
I've got a question here.
Yeah.
How are my folks holding back at home in Glasgow?
Oh, yeah.
My mum and dad have been my dad's 90. I don't know if anyone knows that. But they've been self-isolating for, I think it's about 6 weeks now.
Mm.
And my mum's been doing everything for my dad, making sure he's staying safe. But the craziest thing happened just 4 nights ago. At 5 a.m, he fell down the stairs backwards, did a backward somersault all the way down the stairs. I think it's probably at 25 steps, and didn't break a bone. It's insane. And he's 90. Yeah. So goodness. With all the threat and work, I couldn't believe it. It's madness.
Yeah, no, it's amazing. But yeah, they're keeping well apart.
But apart from that, they're my dad's in his element with my mum's full attention.
Yeah. Yeah, so I forgot what I was going to say.
I don't know. I probably shouldn't be telling those kind of stories.
No, yeah.
Oh.
Regine wants to know if I've been writing. I would love to say yes. Although we might not be touring, over the last while, I've actually been totally inundated with a lot of work at the minute. So I'm trying obviously to get out and stay mentally as well as physically fit, but there's also then different things that have happened. The bus tour was recently cancelled. I've had to sort of reschedule that for 12 months down the road. But there's still going to be a bus tour of Scotland in April 2021 that I'm in the final stages of putting together really soon, because I'm trying to give people as much of I try and give for those bus tours as possible, so the payments per month isn't as daunting pretty soon. I've had loads of requests from people who normally take lessons from me online now to do another term, which normally in one country for 6 or 7 weeks to plan a term, because of everything going on now. I will be starting this Sunday, 2020 term on CK Online. So if you don't know what CK Online is, I'm always asked about it, and I should mention it more than I do. But a few years ago, I called CK Online Teaching. And you can get the link on my website, colmkeegan.com, appearing on this video. But CK Online is a platform to launch class for the internet. So I can teach people, the Irish language, Irish history. We're going to be looking at the next for Irish history is the Troubles in Northern Ireland. And I'm going to be revisiting one of the subjects that I did at the very start, which is music theory. So anyone who's starting this Sunday, what's great about this Sunday is that I won't be charging people before the first class. So you can sit in the first class and I still won't charge you for the first class. It's only if you tell me that you want to continue the term, I'll include the first week in the payment. So it's just to try and give people a chance to sit in and get an idea for the whole thing and see if this is something that they might like. You can come into the class on Sunday free of charge. You won't be there. All you have to do is go to CK Online and email me. That's it. You just have to send me an email and say you want to you want to do the term. You email me afterwards, and then I'll send you an invoice for the full thing. So CK9 is starting this Sunday.
I can't wait to listen in and update my Irish knowledge.
Oh, you're Irish.
Tommy Gama. Gerb Maggot. August 2nd.
You'll be teaching in Irish in no time. Theory, he teaches elementary kids music. Yeah, music theory. I mean, I really loved music theory, but I think it's something that may. What I love about music theory is that everyone, the difference in my head really between the maths is that you get if you play the piece that you're writing, or if you put all of this into sheet music and you play it, rather than just maths is just on the page. So it's something that so far has been really great, that people who took it, from the very start seem to have really enjoyed it. So send me an email, ckonlineteaching@gmail.com, if it's something that you might be interested in. And yeah.
That's a good question. Is there any shows that we are binge watching?
Well,
we've actually had a wee break for a couple of nights.
This Is Us is the big one.
No, but we've been watching One Tree Hill.
Oh, One Tree Hill.
Colm and Mark's favourite thing on the planet.
So One Tree Hill, I watched whenever it was around. What was that, 10 years ago? Over 10 years ago? And my brother Mark was in San Diego for the year. And I don't know whether it's because of he's physically in Ireland, but his head is still in San Diego, and he's, I think, mourning not being in the States. He started watching One Tree Hill again. So when he came home and he was watching One Tree Hill, I thought, I love this show. So we've jumped on it, and we're now finished season 3 of One Tree Hill. So in your style. There's a question here from a Mr. Keen Carlin. Will you be singing anything? Unfortunately, we won't be singing tonight, but we will, if anyone is interested, to sing as soon as this coming Wednesday. So this is what I wanted to talk about. At this virtual tour that's going to be starting is on my Facebook page. It should be on all my and you can see that starting this Wednesday the 15th, at 6 p.m. Eastern on the Pittsburgh Irish Festival page. Will be a 30. So we'll be on the Pittsburgh page. Hopefully, if everything goes to plan, as I said at the start, we're planning on it also being on our page as well as any platform that you're watching us from now. But I'll read the different gigs that we're going to be doing. So Wednesday, Pittsburgh Irish Festival. Thursday the 16th, the Irish American Heritage Center in Chicago. Friday the 17th, with an Irish Festival. Saturday, 5 p.m. Eastern, and then an hour later is going to be our Stage It requests and dedication show. So you could potentially watch us for 2 hours if you like. You can get your tickets for the Stage It show. And I think you're going to hear the kettle now in a second. For anyone who hasn't seen a Stage It before, it's again just a chance for shows will be 35 to 40 minutes long. The Stage It will be, I think, up to for this show we're gonna take as many songs and dedications and requests from you guys that isn't necessarily Celtic music. We try and, when we're performing online, choose songs that people will want us to perform, like Keen with The Contender, but for the Stage It show this Saturday, it's going to be totally too much, but it's not going to be the normals.
We're going to do a song from Frozen 2.
Frozen 2. And then on Sunday, we're going to be on the Iowa Irish Fest Facebook page. Monday the 20th, the Penmar Irish Festival Facebook page. Tuesday the 21st, the Commodore John Barry Club, or the Irish Club in Philadelphia. Wednesday the 22nd, the Irish Cultural Centre of New England. And Friday the 24th will be in Cleveland, Ohio, with the Cleveland Irish Cultural Festival Facebook page. So we're trying, as I said, this is not the sole purpose of these shows is to just try and offer some form of entertainment, some form of comfort. Dedications in those shows. Well, then feel free to get in touch. You can either you can put the post on here. You can obviously you can do it live during the show as well. But yeah, so that is that's everything coming on in the next few weeks. So we've got, from my perspective, we've got the virtual tour that's kicking off this Wednesday. We are kicking off, and yeah, they're the two main things. So I can see a lot of requests of songs coming through here. I see Kieran Carden. Do you remember the music class in SPTA? Of course I do, Kieran. How are you doing? Hope all's well in Clydebank. I'm missing Clydebank at the minute. Was Maya here as well? Yeah. Maya, how are you doing? Again, there's so a few from Glasgow. I know. So yeah, questions. A
lot of questions on your phone that I screenshot of.
Oh yeah, feel free to.
I'll just see if I can.
Oh no, it's
still. Is it gone?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, that's it.
Okay.
Just forward them on to me.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. So we'll take a few questions that people put in earlier. Laura took a screenshot of these. So the reason we were late this and then and I was given...
Colm has a special knack with getting her to sleep because every time I try and put her to sleep,
I just lie with her and she's just she'll if you're in the biggest bed in the world and she was on one side and I was on the other, she'd still manage to find her way over, right on top of you. And I was lying with her. It was a dark room.
You fell asleep.
I fell asleep. And Laura came in and said, our chat is in 20 minutes. And
then she woke up again.
She woke up again. So it was manic. So we've got questions here that if you have any questions here, I'll try and take them as well.
Do you perform in Ireland?
Do I perform in Ireland? Who asked that?
Linda Odell.
Linda, yeah. So, do you know what, Linda? We actually very seldomly perform in Ireland, believe it or not. Which is mad because I've been brought up gigging and performing in Ireland. You've been brought up performing in Scotland, and just the way everything has gone, we've kept going to North America, Australia when we were in Celtic Thunder, and when we came home, it was almost like a break from touring. Having said that, it is something that over the next 12 months we are absolutely going to be changing. So we were scheduled to be performing in Dublin
on the
22nd of March. That was scheduled.
We actually have a band to play with us as well.
So we will have a gig in Dublin in the next 12 months. And we're also going to, hopefully, if everything goes to plan, in a few locations around Scotland and potentially London and Manchester as well. So anyone around the UK, feel free to join us for that. I know Instagram froze for a second because I had to text Laura the things from my phone, but it should be back now working. So nothing, there's people saying, is there a link to shows now? There's no link to any shows at the minute because they were all cancelled, unfortunately. So once everything is we know what the story is again, we will make sure to let you know, and I'll email all of my website subscribers as well. And
it's so strange not knowing when we'll be back. That's the bizarre thing.
I know. So we'll try and keep as you all as informed and as we can.
So we have a message here also from Sherry. Hi, Sherry and Isaac. How are you guys?
Hi, guys. How are you doing?
She's just
wishing
us
Canada.
A blessed Easter, which is lovely.
That's very nice.
And lots of lovely other messages. There is a really good question that I noticed. Is practicing music a family affair, or do you have a separate studio? Or sorry, do you have separate studio time? And do the kids like it when y'all are playing music? Oisin hates it.
Well, it's funny, yeah. It's kind of,
he screams. He just because he wants the attention on him.
Sorry, I know because the attention's not on him, but it's yeah. I do play. They're playing with the kids, like you'll have the cello on while they're doing jigsaws or doing their own thing in the room, and you'll sit down and play cello. I sit down songs that they might enjoy, songs like, from
Little Van,
nursery rhymes or songs from Cars and those kind of things. But if I'm totally honest, I don't feel like we ever get productive rehearsing done unless it's scheduled in time on our own. So
I don't know why that's going.
It's just too popular. So we do have kind of a sectioned off area that we would rehearse. I see Kieran is now joining us on Instagram. How are you doing, Kieran? Going from one platform to the other.
Okay, so I've got quite a few other ones.
If you have any questions here as well, anyone, you can type it in on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram, YouTube.
Ellen, she was wondering, what does it feel like being away from your home in Glasgow for so
Ellen
long?
Collins, how are you doing, Ellen?
Hi, Ellen.
It's again, I feel bad speaking on behalf of mom and dad here, but we're really blessed at the minute where we are. We've had a really, really nice few weeks. The kids have been in the garden loads, and we've been getting work done as well.
But it's been hard. It is hard missing.
Yeah, of course it's hard not being in your own place. But And we're really lucky that mom and dad live right beside a big park as well. So at least we're able to get some air.
In Ireland, unlike in the UK, they have a 2 kilometre
You can stay within
distance, so you're not allowed outside that. Whereas I think at home you can maybe walk I think you can walk further than that. But
there's a 2 kilometre radius that the
so
government.
It's really lucky we have a park.
So we have a park literally there. So we're just doing laps of the park, doing cycles of the park.
We've got a leaderboard going for who does the most
our
step
counts. So what's your step count now? That's always 11,000, 14,000.
That's the insanity.
I know. There's a question here. What was the hardest song to learn with Celtic Thunder?
For cello, it was one of David's amazing arrangements of the mythology track. He wrote that. That's original. Yeah. That was, I loved that. It was amazing.
That's a good question.
Probably some of the harmony ones, like that were the 4-part harmonies.
Yeah, you know? I always loved them. I always loved the tight harmony. You know, like She Moved Through the Fair, Silent Night on the symphony tour. I don't know. I don't know what I consider hard to learn. You just in terms of teaching, that would be totally different. Where I know, obviously, I joined the show as I'm sure everyone's probably aware now, and kind of unprecedented circumstances where I was meant to be recording in the mythology show, and that was going to be my first show, and then unfortunately Ryan took his fall and ended up in a coma, so everything was really up in the air, and which thankfully he was obviously all right for, but because I flew into Atlantic City with only a day or two to try and learn everything, I was really desperately trying to learn everything. But I remember Belinda, the choreographer of the show, I had 2 days in Atlantic City to learn it. So the first day we went through everything except for All God's Creatures. And then the day of my first show, we did that. And honestly, I've never been as much of a nervous wreck in my life about
and
these
you would never
moves.
know by you though. That's the thing. We were all so impressed when Colm came on stage and was like chatting to the audience, like he was so comfortable.
I don't know if it's good or a bad
gosh,
thing. Where I think it seems like I don't know if it's a pro or a con. I really don't. I think from what I've heard from people, you know, kind of talking about me in the past, giving speeches or performing, is that, you know, they say I never come across nervous, you know, when actually I'm absolutely
cacking it, as they say in Ireland.
On stage would be what I'm looking for. So I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing, but I can absolutely reassure you that I was very nervous. But
you do have a knack of seeming relaxed when you're not.
Which again, I don't know if that's a good thing, but if it gets me through it. But yeah, so I'd say probably maybe the steps to All God's Creatures took the longest.
Niall said, "Can you do a live quarantine?" He's actually been talking about shaving his head.
Well, what do you? I'll throw it out. I'll throw it out to the public.
I'm loving the longer look.
When I was younger, obviously I used to shave my head like most people in school and everything. I was thinking now of just revisiting that. All barbers are closed.
Nah.
You know, just yes or no. Let's see as a general
we'll
poll.
Just get Oisin to do it.
To do something different. You know, I can see some answers coming through already. I'm waiting for any yes vote.
No, good. Geez. No.
Well, we'll see. I don't know.
Lots of no's coming. See?
Well, the other option is that Laura keeps saying she'll cut my hair, and I'm absolutely not.
I did a 6-week barber course.
Well, I wouldn't trust you with.
And I have nothing to show for it.
Okay. I'll get the point. Everyone is saying no, except for not. No, I get it. Okay. Well, we'll see. I might or I might not. But
you do it for charity. That would be good.
I was thinking. Yeah. Well, have we any more questions coming through that from earlier?
Yep.
People are still writing no.
There is. Oh, second. I actually need to press them.
There's a question there from Elise asking, would I ever go back to Celtic Thunder? Well, Elise, I'm delighted to announce that in the next 12 months, in February 2021, I will be going back to Celtic Thunder, and I'll be joining them on the high seas for an Irish cruise that Celtic Thunder have been invited to perform on. So I will be joining the lads, and I absolutely can't wait. So I will be back with them for that.
So Paul, can you say his second name?
Paul Schultz.
He was just wondering, and he said, "Thank you so much for sharing your gift of music with us. If there's an instrument either of you don't play but would like to learn to play."
I would love to learn how to play the
Cello?
Irish uilleann pipes.
Oh.
I've always thought I'd love to play the uilleann pipes. For those who don't know, the obviously everyone's familiar with the
Bagpipes.
The Scottish bagpipes. The uilleann pipes, uilleann is the Irish word for elbows, and I'm sure you've probably seen a lot of players where instead of the Scottish bagpipe, you blow to create air. With the uilleann pipes, you release your elbows. And that's how you create it.
It's a much nicer sounding instrument.
It's a beautiful sounding instrument. It's one of my favorite instruments.
Oh, there's Naomi Burrell. Hi.
And we were blessed to have Barry Kerr as well on tour.
Anne Cartmel. I'm so sorry.
I know. Just squirrel.
Hi, Anne.
Anne, how are you doing? But yeah, and we were blessed to have Barry with us on tour, who was just the most stunning,
talented person
uilleann pipe player
ever met.
I mean, he plays every instrument stunningly, but the uilleann pipes in particular was just, I could listen. So if I had to learn an instrument now that I don't currently play, I'd probably choose the uilleann pipes, even though I hear it's an extremely difficult instrument to learn. But yeah, how about yourself?
I would like to play. I'd like to play the ukulele better.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Oh, I can see it's paused. That's probably Instagram's way of hurrying us up now.
I know. I think.
Jayden, have you ever done an ancestry DNA? I haven't. I would love to. I'd love to see what nationalities I've got. It's getting a bit more popular back home to be doing that, but it's certainly nowhere near as popular as it is in the States to
sorry, to look up your history.
To look up your ancestry. Because America and Canada have this amazing unique quality where they're so in their heritage and where everyone came from, and there's so many multinationals that are Italians and Irish, and there's just this. It's an amazing thing. While in Europe, it's kind of just, I don't know, it's almost just accepted that we all invaded each other, got invaded. So there's a bit of everything here. So, but yeah, I would love to see it.
Are you both ever going to perform with? Oh, we've done that question. Oh, someone's dad can play the ukulele.
Is your first language Irish or Gaelic? So obviously both of our first languages will be English. In Ireland, you have to do the Irish language as well in school. It's a compulsory subject. Because we're in Scotland, Scots Gaelic, which is their equivalent of the Irish language, isn't a compulsory subject. No. The only places you learn Gaelic would be in a Gaelic school,
unless you lived in the Highlands.
Unless which is there are islands where it's the main language there. Yeah, of course. But but we have Oisin's name down on the Gaelic schools list in Glasgow. So if
we just have to wait for him to master English first.
Yeah, I know. If everything goes to plan, well, then our children's well, not main language, but English will always be their main language, but they'll be fluent in Gaelic as well. So.
You need to start in Irish. Yes.
I do now and again where I say Colm Stucky.
Oh.
And it tends to
I
be
hear that a lot.
Colm Stucky. Yeah, that's a regular. But folks, listen, thank you so much for joining us this evening.
That's... Sorry,
we are...
questions still.
I know, we are... Yeah, we're trying to, as I said, stay as in touch as we can with everyone. The main things this week is obviously the shows that are going to be kicking off from Wednesday, and then CK Online, which is going to be kicking off on Sunday. So they're the two things this week. Before the end of April, I will also have my Scotland 2021 tour confirmed.
Which looks amazing.
I'm really excited about it. Yeah, I'm really, really excited about it. So they're kind of, the bus tours are still ticking away. We've got a UK tour of England and Wales in October. Then we've got an Irish tour in March, and that's going to lead straight into the Scottish tour afterwards. Yeah, as I said, we're just trying our best to stay as present as we can for everyone. You know, this is such an unusual time, and this, you know, I don't know whether you're the same, but this, you know, I kind of forget a lot of the time what's happening outside, and then you're just, I stay head around it, really, you know, that it's just such an unusual time period. And even when you're in the shops picking up something and you have to be, you know, they've got the lines on the ground where you have to stand, it just seems
you do
crazy.
Become totally paranoid though. Like, you walk into a shop now and you just feel like you're breathing in disease.
But I must say,
I start sterilizing everything. I pick up something and I sterilize it.
You're sterilized mad, yeah. But I don't know about you guys. I'm really enjoying the distance in the queues. I kind of feel like you've got your own personal space, where I feel like once the social distancing is lifted, I feel like we're going to be like, it's going to feel like we're all breathing on each other's neck. But
it is funny, because if someone ever comes too close to you, you're like, or I'm like, oh, they're very close, overly close.
Overly close, yeah. But no, yeah, it's been a really, really unusual time, but we're trying our best to you know, stay in touch with everyone as much as we can. And on that note, I wanted to say a massive thank you to everyone who downloaded my EP, Raising Songs and Stories, because you guys got it to #1 on the world iTunes charts in the States, in Canada, Australia, #2 in Ireland, and #1 on Amazon's international bestsellers. So I can't believe it. You know, they're just a collection of some of the songs that I love. I will record another one at some stage again. Obviously, there will be an album at some stage rather than an EP. But what's great about an EP is that it kind of gives a bit more, I don't know, a bit more. When I'm with Seamus and you know, I could sing all day with Seamus on the piano. And there are a few songs, if I'm honest, that I have also recorded with Seamus, that are sitting there. So at some stage there will be another EP of more Irish songs going on sale. Probably not for another.
I think you need to write another album.
I will at some stage write another album. I feel like there's a few ideas of songs that I'd love to cement down. So I will be writing again. But I wanted to throw music out there at the minute, again, just to offer some sort of comfort and entertainment for people. And yeah, unless there's any more questions that are coming through. And also what I wanted to say, I knew I was going somewhere with the EP. My album, I'll Never Be Alone. Luckily, just before all the coronavirus lock-ins were set, I had ordered a new batch of CDs because they had sold out from the Cats of Thunder store, and which is also the same as the store on my website. And I just got the batch in, and I just hand signed
a whole
batch of them, which are now waiting to go on sale. So what I'm going to do is
and are you sending them back to Celtic Thunder?
Yeah, they're going to get it as well. So I will offer a reduced price on those as well. So I think Celtic Thunder are offering 50% off shipping sales at the minute. They are still shipping, from what I'm told. I will phone Declan Brown again tomorrow just to get an update. But I will offer a reduced price on those as well, for anyone who's looking to get their hands on more music. So Jeannie Hatter says, I'd love to hear The Luckiest on your next CD.
Yay!
That's always a gorgeous song. That might be coming up in one of the upcoming shows. I won't tell you which one.
Really? He's not going to tell me either.
I know. I'll wait until the moment.
Would you ever think about Sarah playing the violin on a song?
Yeah, we would love to.
Definitely.
Absolutely love to. And I see Lorna Gillingham has said, Laura, would you ever do a solo album?
I was supposed to. And then I discovered I was pregnant.
But you're not now.
Yeah, I know I should. If we could just do it the next few weeks.
There you go. There you go. Laura Durrant solo cello album. You can just write yes.
No, I'll have to do a lot more practice until I'm ready for her.
But folks, thanks a million for joining us. If you have any requests, the first show tour is our virtual tour. Is going to be this Wednesday, Pittsburgh Irish Fest. So it's going to be minus Instagram. It's going to be on all of the other platforms that you're currently watching, as well as the Pittsburgh Irish Festival Facebook page. So yeah, hopefully we'll see you there. What time is it going to be at? It's going to be at 6 p.m. Eastern. 6 p.m. Eastern. So
that just confuses me.
That's going to be 11 p.m. for us.
Okay.
So we'll have a few coffees beforehand. But
I know, like, we feel bad for Dora and John because so it's going to be a whole week of concerts at night.
I know. We're going to have to buy them noise cancellation headphones, I think. Folks, thanks a million for joining us. We've had over 1,000 messages coming through on the different platforms. This is the first time we've done something like this. This is the first time that we've launched any sort of chat across various social media platforms. So I think, as I said, we're on Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter at the minute. So so there will also be, I should point out, during the virtual gigs, I will have a link to anyone who wants to download the EP, and anyone who wants to get their hands on the album I'll Never Be Alone for a discounted price. I'll put that link there as well.
Or you can just listen to it on Spotify.
Or you can listen to it on Spotify. Yeah, we'll get nothing for it, but you'll enjoy it, hopefully. Well, folks, thanks a million for joining us. I really hope you've enjoyed this. We will do it again at some stage when we have a break from gigging. But this is, we're doing our best to stay healthy, to stay fit, and I hope everyone's keeping well. I hope everyone is keeping safe and healthy. And it's just an absolutely bizarre time at the minute, but we're hopefully going to come out the other.
Our thoughts constantly go out to all the healthcare workers.
Absolutely, they're absolutely heroic at the minute,
suffering with the virus.
Yeah. Anyone who is unwell with the virus, I really, really hope that you're keeping all right. And anyone who's working in the healthcare, or anyone who's volunteered to help in any sort of way, I mean, absolutely heroic stuff at the minute. And I couldn't be any more proud of the healthcare service across the world, in every country. I think is playing a blind here. So folks, listen, look after yourself, stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you again really soon at some stage. Okay, hope you enjoyed the chat. Get your requests in on my Facebook page or Twitter page or Instagram page for the gig on Wednesday, and hopefully I'll see you at the show on Wednesday. Thanks for joining.